Hello everyone, this is Linkimus Prime, and today we are taking a look at the Super 7 reaction figures, Mothra and Rodan. Now, I am going to be doing a two-part review, so this is going to be the first part, and then the second part will be the review on the Super 7 reaction figures, Jet Jaguar and Godzilla 1957. But for now, I'm just going to be filming this first part. But anyways, let us get right into the review. I do want to take a quick look at the boxes real quick, because these are pretty cool. You do get a nice picture of Mothra. This is like the basic kind of boxes we've been getting for these figures, you know, like the Godzilla and, you know, the regular, yellow and red colors, but you know, it does look pretty cool. On the back we get, you know, all the other stuff that we got, and that's pretty much that. And then Rodan's box is pretty much, you know, just the same thing, except with a picture of Rodan at the front, Godzilla, Rodan action figure, reaction figure, blah 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 blah. Anyways, figure time. So, I do want to start off by taking a look at Mothra first. So, the Mothra figure is actually very, very nice looking. The paintwork on this is actually really decent for what it is. Like, you know, we get the white for the overall body, and then like the orange for some of these smaller details like the lining right here at the bottom. We do get brown underneath and the white for the limbs. The face is painted very, very nicely, although I feel like this brown section was kind of like, you know, misplaced, I guess, in terms of the paint, but not too bad. I do really like the blue on the eyes, and that does look great. And you know, there is a little bit of orange like right on the nose too, and the brown for the mouth, but the area where it really does show really good detail in my opinion is the wings. I really do like this like orange red faded effect with like the black detailing, and like kind of like the way like you have these eyes on the wings. I really do like that. Just the rest of it, like just the bright yellow, just looks really, really nice in my opinion. But in terms of like paint and detail, you know, the overall, you know, shape and physique of the figure is really nice. One other thing is these wings are kind of like a more like flimsy plastic, I guess. They're not really like a hard plastic, and that's a good thing because that'll keep these from breaking or anything. Although I'll get to that in a minute. Articulation, there's only 3 points on this. We get a swivel at the head and can go all the way around full 360 degrees, and the wings are on hinges. Now be careful with these hinges, because like I said, the wings themselves might not be able to break, but probably these hinges if you're not careful enough. Now I don't really have any problems with these overall feel fine, but you know, and there's not too much range. They kind of just go up and down. But you know, if you wanted to do like a stop motion video or something, you know, the wings flapping, well, you know, that'll greatly help. But overall, Mothra figure looks great, and she does come with an accessory. This is the only figure to actually come with an accessory out of this first wave, and she does come with the egg. The egg overall is nicely painted. We get these like light bluish gray stripes kind of around. We get 3 of them, and then the rest is just polka dots and a pretty nice looking yellow. And now one cool thing, I guess, you can just prop her up on top of the egg and just balance her, and there you go. So yeah, so overall the Mothra figure is very nice in my opinion. Now for Rodan, I really do like this figure actually, for a show of Rodan especially. But this figure does look very nice in terms of the paint. I do love that kind of brown fading into tan on the wings. That does look very, very nice. The rest of the figure itself is kind of just brown. We do get that fade on both sides though, which does look very nice. Nothing really much on the back. But one thing I will say is the orange paint on this figure is very nicely applied. I do not see any orange paint splotches or anything, especially in here. This is one area where I'd expect to see a bunch of like orange paint splotches, but no. Like Super 7 managed to do this, yet Mezco could not manage to do this with their figures, which are more expensive than these. So Super 7 did a pretty good job on this Rodan figure. Now when it comes to the hands, I think the fingers are still painted, but they are separate parts from the wings, I believe. These do look like they were inserted in. But yeah, even like the toenails are decently painted on the bottom. I mean, there's a little bit of splotching, but you know, it's not a big deal. You're not going to be looking at it from that angle. But the beak is painted in a nice orange, as well as like these like thorn sections coming out of his eyes, which looks very much uncomfortable. And the horns on the back of the head are also painted very nicely. Now this figure does have 5 points of articulation. The head is on a swivel, so it can rotate all the way around like that. The legs are on swivels as well. It can go up and down. I recommend keeping them at an angle though, so he can stand up properly, because if you kind of angle them back, he's going to tip over. Standing this figure up is not super fun in my opinion. And the wings, similarly to Mothra, are on hinges and they can like flap up and down. These ones have a lot more range than Mothra, but also same story. Just make sure you're not being too ape mode on this figure, because the wings could probably break, but again, haven't really experienced any problems with that. But yeah, so overall, these two figures are really good in my opinion. Are they worth the $20? In my opinion, no. I think $20 for figures at this scale is very excessive. And just when it comes to Super 7, I like what they're doing. I like the retro feeling that they're bringing back, but I do not think that the prices are very fair, because I feel like in their mindset they think, oh, well, we're gonna recreate retro stuff, which means we have to charge retro prices. No, because technically it is considered new, which means you have to charge by modern day pricing standards. This is not SH Monster Arts. These are toys with 3 to 5 points of articulation and minimal paint, not, you know, anything god tier like that. So I think Super 7 needs to calm way the hell back when it comes to their pricing, because oh boy, like that new Mechagodzilla figure that they're releasing, the Shogun Warriors one, $400, and that's not counting like shipping. Counting shipping is like $415 to $420. So yeah, I think you guys gotta really back it up when it comes to price, but you do make really good figures, so I will give you guys that. Just price wise, please. But yeah, overall these figures are really decent. I don't think they're 100% worth the price, but they are good to add to your collection, and they do look very good. And the posability, while it is minimum, it is still there, and I still really love it. But anyways, guys, that is about it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.